What up? J-Rock in the building. How y'all feeling on this beautiful Saturday? Take off these headphones. In the lab, testing some stuff out. No, let's talk about it. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful snowy day here in Baltimore. Feeling better today. Was man down sick earlier this week, but feeling much better today. So in the lab, testing some stuff out. So how y'all feeling? What y'all up to? I'm not doing too much, chilling before I get busy working this event this evening. But you know, it's all good. Family got the Alexas going in the background. This modern AI technology, you know what I'm saying? So I'm live here, Facebook and YouTube right now. Just looking at my timeline, looking at new gear about to drop. Looking at people happy about keeping their turntables, keeping their controllers and all that stuff. What's up, JC? Appreciate you, fam. Yeah, just in the lab, man, testing some stuff out. Did some updates. Working on the technology. You know, yeah, man, I was majorly sick earlier this week, but I'm feeling much better today, man. Last night, I had an event that we did, and I suffered through it. That's one thing they said, the show must go on, right? They said the show must go on, bruh. And so, yeah, I'm just really been looking at taking things to another level moving forward, trying to decide exactly what I want to get into. All right, real quick, we got. Let me shout out some of my social media folk real quick. We got my homie Hampton Conway checking in from Lower Maryland. Hey, bro, you right up the street for real. Thanks for being on the check-in. He says, I love to come check you out. Check out your spot because I'm considering investing in some equipment you already have. I've been following you for a few months. Oh, for sure, man. Definitely. You know, I'm all about building and networking and all that stuff. And plus, if it's something that I got in my inventory, consider it in your inventory. You right up the street, so we can definitely network and build, you know. What's up to the head Phoenix? Checking in, just scrolling through non-affiliates. Keep up the hard work. You got this. I appreciate it, fam. Checking in from Twitch. Y'all know it's hard to get love on Twitch. You got to be live every single day, couple of times a day. So, but the way my life is set up, right, I'm not a professional YouTuber or a Twitcher or none of that stuff. I'm a professional service provider. And so I do this live streaming and audio and lights and music stuff as a service. And so when I go live just on my personal page, it's just for fun. It's just to share information, just to build a network. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I just been looking at what's been buzzing on my timelines. I've always been that guy to only really do stuff that I enjoy or that I think I will enjoy. Like, I've never been one to chase fads, so to speak. And so I'm just looking at like the technology and the 360 booths and looking at like how to incorporate, stuff like that. But really, I'm not into the photo booths and all that stuff, but I see that they're popular. And so one thing I've been thinking about was just, buying 2 or 3 and just having, hiring people to go out and run them. But then to me, that's more like work, not necessarily fun. I'm not huge on this whole capitalist thing, even though, you gotta charge, you gotta make money, you gotta pay bills and all that stuff, right? But I've never been one to just step out there and say, hey, I'm gonna do this because I can make a whole lot of money. Yeah, that'd be nice. But if I do something, I'm doing it because I respect the art. I'm genuinely interested in it. It's like I want to learn everything about it, and I want to focus on it and do like a great job. You know what I'm saying? Because, anybody can, buy stuff and just do stuff, hang a shingle. But it's like, I'm just talking about how, I want to increase our service offering while at the same time staying true to my philosophy of doing stuff that I enjoy, So maybe I need to go out and be a roadie for somebody who own a photo booth or a 360 booth or something. Or maybe I need to go and volunteer at lifting heavy, super big speakers and stuff. I don't know. But it's like I'm at that. I got my birthday coming up on March 20th. And so for every year on my birthday, I look at ways to I reevaluate my life, what I've been up to, my family situation. I give myself a report card. It's almost like your Kwanzaa principle, right? It's checking off if you've been living up to all the Kwanzaa principles. But I do that for my birthday. So every year for my birthday, I take and review the year prior, what I enjoyed doing, what I think we did well, what I want to improve upon. I look at people that I've enjoyed working with, people that I didn't enjoy working with, the type of situations. And then for that next year, I just try to improve upon that. Thank God to the head Phoenix. He says, hey, you do you. From what I've seen, you're a really chill person. I try to be, man. I try to be. I'm a human. One pants leg on at a time, right? Real quick, my homie Hampton Conway says, I can't put my all into something if I'm not passionate about it. I pass up money makers if I'm not feeling it. Bro. I am exactly, that's me. That's me. Sometimes I think it's a handicap, so to speak, because I sit back and I look at, all right, hell, I can take $3,000 and buy this and take somebody and do this and come in at this price point and I could kill the game and make a lot of money. that don't excite me. And yeah, and I feel like it could handicap me from being that 6-figure, that 7-figure, that 9-figure, that ball till you fall type person. But that's not me neither. Yeah, I think me personally, I respect the arts too much. You know, I've grown up doing music. You know, I've spent 15 years running a recording studio, building it from the ground up with my bare hands, building drywalls and vocal booths and all that stuff. So I respect the art just way too much to just prostitute it, for lack of a better word. What's up, Sugar Bear? What's up, Ghost Striker? Appreciate you for being on the check-in. So yeah, I just want to talk about it, man. And also I look at a lot of anger that's out there. A lot of people mad over technology, and this person got that gear and that person doing that. I was doing it first, now they doing it. None of that matters, because the way I look at it, if somebody quote unquote copy something that I do and I see it, I'd be like, all right, cool, that's dope. You know, they sell multiple copies of stuff so other people can do it. But me personally, if somebody I know is doing a particular service, and if they're in my immediate market, that's a service I might pass up on. You know what I'm saying? Like when we started doing uplights and doing them DMX and all that stuff about 8-9 years ago, you know, nobody was really doing computer control uplights and moving head light shows and all that stuff. And so it was like, all right, dope. Now a lot of people do it. You know, some do it well, some just do it for the money. But that's, you know, their prerogative. And so as it relates to my next chapter in life, I'm looking at, all right, I've been that person I've been that 20-year-old that was rocking all the parties. I've been that 30-year-old that was throwing big events and all that stuff. I've been that guy that was in the studio every night missing other stuff because I was in the studio working with clients on songs and stuff. And so now that at the age and the point I am in my life, if I'm stepping out the house away from my family to do some work, I want it to be the number one priority is something that I enjoy. The second priority is got to be people that I think I will have a great time working with and producing said event, whatever, if it's music, lighting, or live streaming or whatever. Third priority, of course, it's got to generate some income. It's a job, you know what I'm saying? But money isn't the motivator. And so as I look at what I want to do, I call it Chapter 53. I'm looking at just really figuring out some other stuff to do, some other stuff to invest in. It's like, yeah, continuing the live streaming, continuing the music and the light shows and all that. But I want to add something else too, as far as the whole technology piece go. On the flip side, I fell in love with real estate. And so I've been looking at properties and doing projects with real estate, but that's a whole different conversation. This conversation is about the technology, the lights, the music, and the video. And so my wife don't like when I use this term pet projects. I have the capacity right now for another pet project. And so for me, my definition of a pet project is something that a project that I'm working on where I don't care if it makes money. I don't care if it blows up, or it's just something that I want to try. It's just something I want to do, be it for myself or for a nonprofit or something like that. And so I'm just looking for a new service, something new to get into, as well as a new pet project. Cause it's like, you know, as I just reflect, this whole pandemic situation just really changed my whole thought process about some stuff. Because back in 2017, when we first started producing virtual events, it was like I spent a lot of money and a lot of time on this, you know, technology of virtual events and stuff, not knowing that it could be something, you know, and definitely not knowing that a pandemic was right around the corner, where now there's a virtual event component to school, weddings, Zoom parties, and all that stuff. And I just think it's like, wow, that stuff that we was doing back then, and people was like, you know, it'll never be relevant. The egg on their face, right? And so, but just as I look at getting back, hopefully one day, where you don't have to be masked up and all that good stuff, what do I want to do? Until then, so I'm just looking at technology. I'm looking at just stuff, man, just stuff. And so in the comments, what are some of the things that you guys and girls do for pet projects? You know, I don't want to buy a Harley or get into drag racing or nothing like that, but I definitely want to, one, just definitely keep doing these events and stuff that we've been doing, keep giving good service, and definitely get smarter about collaborating with people and making sure that there's paperwork and contracts in place. You know what I'm saying? Because collaborations can be beautiful, they can be tricky, and it just really depends on the people involved. So moving forward, you know, even for small stuff, collaborations, you want to make sure that there's paperwork in place, because, you know, everybody's integrity is not up to par. But I think one of the projects I want to collaborate on coming up is getting back to doing, we used to do these blend shows, DJ blend battles and blend shows and virtual DJ showcases. So I've been thinking about bringing that back as a pet project, hollering at one of my vendors to do like a $1,000 cash prize or something. I think something like that would be fun to do. Maybe depending on what this Omicron what this Omicron joint is doing, maybe it could be in person and virtual or something. So I think that might be my next pet project, is looking at bringing back the blend battles and stuff like that I was doing. Because we actually got a website for the blend battles, www.blendbattles.com or blendbattle.com. We got both. So bringing those back. My homie Darlin says, good afternoon. Appreciate you, fam. He says, I don't think anyone expected the pandemic to last this long. Man, I didn't. I didn't expect it to be so polarizing as far as from a political standpoint either. But with that being said, you know, people are free to make their own decisions. But looking at just right now the current state of everything, we still fall back from going out to events and socializing, so to speak. And we've been kind of accepting jobs where we can do work and do the work safely. Like last night, we did a wedding, and it was a private live stream that we produced for the wedding. Tomorrow, we're doing another one where we're only live streaming the ceremony. So we're doing that. And that's, stuff like that I feel like we can do safely, because at the ceremonies, a lot of people not even having a lot of guests for their ceremonies and stuff. And so now my homie Hampton says, I've been doing typical streaming stuff, weddings, funerals, church services, but I do want to do some live productions that feature local artists. That would be dope. Dude, you were right in Laurel. We have to definitely talk soon. I'm going to add me on Facebook. I'm Jimmy Reed on Facebook. Add me on the book, and I'll send you my phone number. We can definitely chop it up, because anything that we can do to network and build and uplift one another, I'm down for that, I'm down for that. And so, and really, it's like, from the standpoint, it's like, I'm not that type of person that I feel like other people can't get new stuff or whatever. You would be surprised how many people that I hook up with good deals to get their dream video and audio gear and stuff like that, leveraging my connections. And so, and I say one thing that's been negative in the whole DJ culture is just all the negative energy and the hate and the backstabbing just around basic stuff. It's like, just because you got QSC speakers or RCF speakers, it don't make you a better person or a better DJ than that next person. You were just a person who was able to go out and buy whatever type of speakers they wanted. And I'm quite sure some of you have heard people with good speakers that's the name brand stuff that sounded like crap because they didn't know how to EQ it and everything. So I said this to everybody, man. Invest in your business. Invest in yourself. You want to plan for success and be ready for failures. Because in business, failures will happen, and usually they will happen at the most inopportune time. It's like one of those things that we take for granted is that the internet is going to be up, or that I'm just going to be able to run to the store and get this. Did you try going to the supermarket before there's a big snowstorm and you can't, or you get there and there's no bread, there's no turkey, no ground turkey, no fish. And so, but in business, you definitely want to plan for success and keep it in mind that you are your best tool. you the service provider, the engineer, you are your best tool. Think about that. Now, we got my homie Fat Slob in the building. He says, I get ready for failure and prepare for no success. All right, this person gotta be a troll. But that's one way to do it. And so you're your best tool. Like me being sick this week, some things I had to think about was, wow, what if I was too sick to do Friday night's gig? You know, luckily I was able to get through it. You know what I'm saying? But you want to make sure that you invest in classes. You want to take workshops. You want to make sure you got your personal protection equipment. You want to make sure that your mental health is good. You know, especially as some people say that men, especially black men, don't like to talk about mental health. But yeah, you know, we're expected to be superheroes, thugs, business, indestructible, and all that stuff. But definitely find you somebody to talk to. If not a therapist, a person that you can trust, you know, that won't sell it to the tabloids. One of the secrets to me and my team being able to reach higher plateaus with this business stuff is that we mind our business. We focus on our goals. We set priorities, and we make those goals and priorities be what's important to us. We put them in our target. We make them the focus, and don't necessarily, you know, worry about keeping up with the Joneses or the Thomases or the whoever's out there that's doing stuff. You know, we definitely make an effort to keep our business first as a priority. And with that being said, create opportunities to network and support other people and organizations. You know, definitely create opportunities to give back and support the community. And not just the community that we live in. You know, the pre-pandemic, we did what we called the Love Fest, and where we would collect socks and socks and personal hygiene products for people in need and people without residence. And we would go and set up in a park and pass out these care packages and stuff. But with of course, the coronavirus situation is just it gets harder and harder to do stuff like that. And so we've just been looking at ways to do it, I guess, virtually, so to speak, without it coming off like, all right, we don't want you to send us nothing, but send it to this organization. But it's kind of different because for me, it was an honor to be able to take my kids and prepare sandwiches and put together lunches and, you know, and go and touch the people with, you know, here, this is for you. You know what I'm saying? And so I definitely want to get back to those types of things as this whole virus situation gets under control. And so in life, there are things that I call the great distractions. I've been a victim of this, letting other people's goals, projects, and basically bullshit interfere with me taking care of, minding my business, my goals, and my responsibilities. And it's like I would spend hours programming lights for people and, on Zoom calls and just, doing what I consider, being supportive, just to turn around and be like, all right, we was just using your ass. And so I fell back from doing stuff like that, and I fell back from going out and supporting other people events when they would call me. Let me reword that. I go and attend other people's events as a paid Patreon. I fell back from going and supporting people as a peer and just coming, they call me to come out and I end up doing a whole lot of work and stuff because, nobody want to be taken advantage of. And so, and it's crazy that situations like that happen, you know what I'm saying? That you want to help, you want to be supportive, but, all those things can come back and have a negative consequence because, everybody don't reciprocate the love and support. Or like even, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it's like I've showed up, people have invited me out and I've come out to do what I thought was chill and be like stand on the side and be that cheerleader. All right, dog, you doing this stuff. To ended up standing, running lights the whole night for free. And just to turn around and have that person be in their feelings because I did a great job helping them for free. And so I was like, excuse my language, fuck that shit moving forward, man. If I come out and I touch any button, we can have a contract in place. I ain't doing that no more. Because it don't be worth it in the long run because you there supporting people and they like getting in their feelings and making little slick comments, about what you did for them for free. And so it's crazy. We can't let the other people's, for lack of a better word, bullshit get in our way. And when we started doing Power Jam DJs and the studio stuff and lighting and live video production, we had one simple thing that we wanted to do. We wanted to exceed the culture. And exceed the culture doesn't have anything to do with what anybody else. It's not a judgment on what nobody else is doing. Exceed the culture is a service level that DJ B Love, Xavier, Naomi, Alexander, Lawrence, and I set. But when we step out to do stuff, it's like we're not going to show up at a gig and not have everything we need. We're not going to show up at the gig and stuff be raggedy. We're going to keep our technology refreshed. We're going to keep our skill set sharp. When the gig starts at 5 o'clock, we're not going to show up at 4:45 rushing to get set up and have the event start late because of us. You know what I'm saying? So a seed in the culture is like In our mind, we think the culture should be like this. We want to do it. We want to reach that goal and exceed it every time. You know, we want to reach that goal and exceed it every time. We don't want to, you know, and it kind of falls back on my previous statement about the next thing I want to do and not just wanting to do something else just to make some money, you know, and only doing stuff that we enjoy doing. And it's funny, right? Beloved wanted to, for those of you who know Beloved, y'all know that she's a professional educator by trade. You know, started out as a classroom teacher. She designed curriculum. She designed virtual classes and hybrid classes for organizations and stuff. And so she had this idea that she wanted to do a youth TED Talk. And so I was like, a TED Talk and with kids? And you want it to be live streamed? And so we stepped up to the plate and she designed a awesome curriculum around it. And we produced this TED Talk, right? And that was something that I would say we collectively spent about 200 hours creating and producing. And it was something that we did for free. It was something that other families could participate in for free. And it was funny, right? When we set up, some of the dads came out to help set up. At the end of the event, all the dads rolled up their sleeves and helped pack up the equipment and lug it up the stairs and stuff. And I just thought that, and one of those fathers go with us to every live streaming gig now. He's part of the team now. And so I just look at projects like that where it didn't generate any money at all, but the reward was so much greater. The look on the parents' faces and the kids' faces, you know, for their kid. And I think the youngest kid at the time was like 6, standing up doing a TED Talk live in front of a studio audience and a live audience. Hell, hey, Beloved, the TED Talk was a hybrid event. You know, just in doing that. And so when my birthday come March 20th, it's like every year I look at something. And so this year for my birthday, I decided that I want to take Event Stream Team to another level. So we're going to be adding a new component to what we do with Event Stream Team. And so we got some custom stuff being built. We got some really high-end cameras and lenses that we've ordered to really take stuff to another level. That's the infrastructure part. Now, the pet project part is, of course, we're going to use these tools for clients and stuff like that. The second part, which is the pet project part, is going to be the blend battles, doing the free youth projects and teaming up with youth organizations and stuff like that. And so I'm just looking forward. So as I approach chapter 53 in my life, I'm excited. You know, I'm really excited. And sometimes in your life, you be so caught up about just the day-to-day routine stuff, paying the bills, supporting your kids, supporting your mate, being a good brother, being a good husband, that sometimes you forget, the stuff that you've actually done. It's like, it's funny because some of the guys that I network with, they're much younger than me. Like I'll be 53 in March. And so these guys are like 31 and 32. I got kids their age. My oldest kid is like 30, 32, 33. So, and sometimes like I was talking to one of the guys, and he was like, man, I'm doing this and doing that and da 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 da. I'm doing like 5 gigs this weekend, da 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 da. And I said to him, yo, I remember those days. Have fun. Like now, I don't want 5 gigs in one day. I don't want, me at the 53-year-old to be version of me. I'm looking at it like, yeah, that was my 20s and 30s. My 50s, I want to do gigs that I enjoy. I want to do 1 or 2 of them a week, if that many. And the rest of the time, I want to spend hanging out with my kids, having movie nights, going on rides with my wife, looking at real estate and just, landscaping and dreaming about how we can help the liberation of our people. And it's like, yeah, man. So, yeah, I ain't gonna talk y'all to death. This started out as a test, but I just wanted to, I guess I had some stuff on my chest. Yeah, but definitely moving forward, let's network, let's build, and let's treat each other right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and what I mean by that, let's communicate. Let's talk about any disagreements. Let's not take it the inboxes and screenshots and all the silly stuff that happens in today's social media. Let's be grown men and women and set our expectations. And if we agree to do stuff, let's hold each other accountable with that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, cause I look at it like, we got, when I say we, I mean Beloved, Alexander, Xavier, Naomi, Lawrence, Event Stream Team. We got a lot of stuff coming up on the books, and I'm looking at it like it would be awesome to send and incorporate some of the other professionals that I know in this journey. But, we've just been burnt so bad by, you team up and you make people look good and they cut you out, And so, but moving forward, we're going to continue to build a network, but it's really at the same time, more so make sure the business situation is in place. Because a lot of people would do credit shit to you and be like, yo, it's not personal, it's just business. Yeah, okay. I guess you're in the business of being a cruddy motherfucker. Excuse my language. But me, I look at it from the standpoint, everything I do as a business, I personally enjoy. And of course, there's a business structure to it with contracts and stuff like that, just to make sure we stand up to our deliverables and that you stand up to your deliverables. And so it makes it be fun and easy. But with that being said, man, I want y'all to enjoy the rest of your weekend. No matter what city or state you're in, let's network, let's collaborate, because we'll load up the trailer or a U-Haul or something, and we will bring the system out and we can collaborate on events. You know, the personal service that my team offer is music, lighting, programming, live video production. The goal, the primary focus is the video part, you know, where everything else is supportive of that, you know. So let's definitely build, and let's keep integrity first, and let's make stuff happen. And to my OGs out there, reach out to the young folk and network and build. To my young folks out there, don't look at the OGs as just older folk who don't know what they're talking about, because you young, smart, and healthy and vibrant, and you know every damn thing. You know, there's a middle ground to where we all can have a mutual respect from one another, and that I can learn from the younger folks as well as the older folks alike. So keep that in mind in your day-to-day, and definitely, you know, protect your sanity, protect your investment, love your wife, love your kids, love your mate, your husband, you know, whoever you got, your significant other, and make sure the people that you love, the people that you respect, the people you support, make sure they know that today. Don't wait till they're sick. Don't wait till they're on their deathbed to tell them how much you appreciate them. Because oftentimes you'll be supportive of people and they'll never know that you support them. You know, they'll never know that they inspired you. And so I plan to pick up the phone more and let people know that I love them. Send my nieces and nephews messages to let them know how much I love them. You know, my brothers, my sisters, you know, so let's do it today. That's the new challenge. That's the new challenge. Well, my name is J Rock, represent the Power Jam DJs and Event Stream team. That was my TED Talk. Y'all be sure to holler, network. Let's build. I'm out.